So, hey there, listener. This is Do You Want to Make a Podcast?
Yes, that is the name of the show. We just have a couple bullet points that we need to hit before we start. 1, there's a fireplace. It's fake. I've ruined everything. Wait, should we start over?
Take 2. Hello, listener. You are listening to, because you're a listener. Take 3. This is...
Wait, we should establish what we want to talk about. What are the bullet points we need to hit here?
I got it. Okay, so we tell them that the show is called Do You Want to Make a Podcast? It is a fireside chat between two best friends who are on the hunt to create the perfect podcast. They have a lot of ideas, and they can't decide what they want to talk about.
Okay.
That's pretty much it.
That's it.
That's the synopsis. Then we'll plug the social media.
Do we want to do social media?
Yeah. So we'll tell them to follow us at Do You Want to Pod, all spelled out. That's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can also email us at Do You Want to Make a Podcast at gmail.com.
That's it.
That works for me.
Wait, I think we just did it.
We did it. That was my plan all along.
Oh, okay. Bye.
Bye.
Except hello, because now the show's starting.
Yes, it is. So not just the ones that I'm editing.
Kidding.
Let's sync this up. Oh yeah, go. You can do one too if you want. Oh come on.
That was bad.
There you go.
Clap, clap, clap.
Now we are in sync, like Justin Timberlake.
I want it that way.
Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a heartache.
Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a mistake.
Tell me why.
I never wanna hear you say I want it that way.
We could start every show like that. I'd be fine with it. Totally fine with it.
Now I can see that we're
falling apart.
Okay, that's it.
Something used to be.
Yeah.
And I just know that it builds up to the side of me. You are... Wait, is that really in sync or is that's Backstreet Boys, isn't it?
Probably.
Oh, we're the worst.
We're probably... They're the same to me. I know that they're not.
I really hope that there's a listener who's been screaming the entire time.
Absolutely,
that's Backstreet Boys, you idiots.
There are probably many.
Hopefully.
You are.
Don't wanna hear you. Yeah, it's definitely Backstreet Boys. Why haven't those two groups made a super group?
I think they did at one point.
Did they really?
For a song, for an event.
Oh, but I'm talking. I want an album. I want a tour. I want a movie. Call it Sync Boys.
The Backstreet Boys did a movie.
Or In Sync's Back. All right.
In Sync's Back.
All right.
Dirty Pop.
Dirty Boys. That would work because that's In Sync song Backstreet Boys.
Dirty Boys.
That's probably the best one.
Dirty Boys.
How you doing, man? We had this talk off mic, but is there anything you want to share on mic?
I'm fine. I have a little bit of a headache, honestly.
You want some Advil?
No.
Okay.
It feeds into my art.
Take your pain and make it art.
Yeah.
Yes. Very good.
Feeding it. like a mama bird to a baby bird.
Oh my god.
My pain goes and my art goes.
That's something we can cut this, but there might be a listener out there who feels a similar way. I was very blessed to have.
You were very hashtag blessed.
Very hashtag blessed to have more or less a safe upbringing. So when I decided that I like telling stories and acting and all that stuff, I was like, I have nothing to fuel these deep tortured characters. I don't have the life experience. So now I just decide to be really silly instead.
There you go.
Because that's who I am, and I could bring that to it.
There you go.
But I think it's Tom Hanks has a really good interview. I I think it was a written interview. Heard about this through a friend of the show, Gabe Brunel. Hi, Gabe. That Tom Hanks was basically like, that's bullshit. You can just make pretend if you're not a tortured person and still make really good art. And Tom Hanks did and does.
Yeah.
So yeah, there you go. Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks. Who? I mean, he's a sage.
Hanx.
Hanks.
Our boy. His Instagram, he has the most dad social media posts.
He does. Oh, big time.
Ever. There was one with a single pink tiny sneaker on a couch that was at the curb. And the caption was, "Don't blame the sneaker when the couch gets a ticket. Hanks." What? I love him, but what?
You know what? He has other talents.
Yeah. I'm not saying he's not talented. I'm just expressing my utter confusion.
Utter confusion. What about your utter confusion? Do you have any utter confusion?
So cows mystify me. Utterly confused.
Utterly.
I'm told, so like you're told from a young age that drinking milk is great for calcium and all that stuff. But no one checks in with you when you reach a certain age being like, okay, you don't actually need milk anymore. Because babies stop breastfeeding or bottle feeding at a certain age. Mm-hmm. But we as humans keep essentially drinking cow's breast milk forever. And the adult body has a harder time processing that dairy.
This is all true.
And I'm utterly confused as to why...
Well executed.
Why no one gives out the... Oh, I know why. Because Big Dairy wants to keep making that paper.
Well, yeah, that is definitely part of it.
And if you find out that you don't need milk anymore, there goes your money.
That is part of it, yes.
What's the other part, Jim?
Milk's good. You ever try and eat an Oreo and not have a glass of milk with it?
Yeah, all the time.
It's awful.
No, it's not. It's a delicious Oreo.
It's pretty terrible.
If anything, the milk just makes it soggy and wet.
Shut up.
Okay.
You're wrong.
I'm going to go fry you an Oreo, make you a deep fried Oreo.
Well, okay,
and no
that's
milk.
different.
You said an Oreo.
That's different. No, that's a fried Oreo. I'm talking about just a straight up and down Oreo.
Name brand Oreo?
Yes.
Delicious, even without milk.
All right, you're right. It's still good. But if I have milk with it, I'm like, this is better. This is a treat.
But, okay, glass of milk? No, doesn't do it for me. Plus Oreo.
Strong disagree.
Dairy product, like ice cream plus Oreo. Yes.
Yes, even better.
Glass of milk by itself does nothing for me with an Oreo.
You're wrong.
Except make it wet.
What about peanut butter? You ever have peanut butter?
Yes.
Have some milk with that.
I can't remember the last time I've had milk and peanut butter.
It's good as heck.
Milk just activates my mouth in a weird way. I really don't think milk by itself does anything for me.
No, you don't have milk
Unless
by
it's
itself.
chocolate milk.
No, well, yeah, chocolate milk is a completely different discussion. We're not talking about chocolate milk.
Yeah, we could be here for days. But regular milk plus any food, I don't think it... I'm not sold. Nope. Nope. I've been without taking regular glasses of milk for years, Jim. I don't miss it one bit.
Okay. That's fine, I guess.
But dairy products, like, I'm a monster. So ice cream, pizza, any form of cheese. Yes. But just straight up milk? No.
I don't just drink straight up milk. I'm saying if I have an Oreo or some peanut butter or...
You want a glass of milk with that?
Yes.
I'm utterly confused.
Utterly
confused. But I accept you.
Thank you.
I support you in this decision.
Thank you.
I don't,
Now, granted, if there was a glass of milk and a glass of chocolate milk, I would drink the chocolate milk, of course.
Of course.
I'm not an animal.
We are evolved creatures. We take our chocolate milk when faced with that or regular.
Isn't it great that brown cows produce chocolate milk?
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Thank goodness for brown
Diversity
cows.
is so important.
Yes.
It gets you different kinds of milk.
Yes.
The landscape looks different with a brown... I love a brown cow in the mix, and I love a dark cow and all the different shades of cow.
You know what I say
pasture.
To brown cows when I meet them?
Hello?
How now?
How now? Oh, I'm so mad that I did not see that coming. You beautiful genius.
How now, brown cow?
Ah! Okay.
Unique New York.
Well,
Unique New York.
The Human Torch was denied a bank loan. Anchorman, great movie. Great movie.
Is that a actual good like vocal warm up though? The Human Torch was denied a bank loan.
The Human Torch was denied a bank. Yeah, there's a lot of consonants.
There are a lot of consonants in it.
Torch was denied a bank. B, plosive. Yeah. Yeah, it's got pretty much everything in there.
Okay.
It's not the best,
No.
but it's better than saying like, "Hey, how you doing?" You know?
That's true. Okay. Yeah. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing? Ready to go do a show after that.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Hello.
Off script.
Oh no, I went off book. Oh jeez.
Oh no. Almost like you're improvising.
We're off the rails.
Speaking of improvising, I have a list of ideas for a podcast. Any new listeners, so if my mom brought any friends to listen to the show, hi friends of mom. What Jim and I do is we write down lists.
That's it. That's the show.
Yep.
We write lists and that's it.
And that's it. We exchange those lists and then the other person has to talk about said ideas. So I have this for you, Jim.
Oh, thank you.
There you are.
I have a bad list this week. Enjoy it.
Oh, stop.
I'm going to read this list now.
Jim's always apologizing and deprecating.
Too late. I already read it.
There's one thing on this that we can just do as a mini episode.
Yeah.
Which is Jim wanting to talk about Overwatch and Super Smash characters. At which point I will leave the mics here. I will go home and Jim can just talk about that because I have nothing to add to the conversation.
Are you familiar with the...
No, I did it. I started it. Here we go.
Oh, so we're not going to do it?
No, I was saying you're start. I was trying to acknowledge without starting it, but you're starting. So
okay, are you familiar with
here.
We can talk about Super Smash Brothers very briefly. Super Smash Brothers just came out a few weeks ago. It's good. It's a lot. There's really nothing new there. Nothing new meat on that bone.
Great. Now we're on to Overwatch.
But a few weeks before that, I finally played the game Overwatch. Mm-hmm. Are you familiar with the game Overwatch?
Yeah, it's where you're new parents and you're watching your little babies as they sleep at night. You don't want them to die of sudden infant death syndrome, something like that. You're watching Overwatch, right?
Yes,
that's the game.
All right, yes, it's a great game, and there are a lot of characters in that game. Uh-huh. There are a lot of different parenting methods in that game. There is
well, because your marriage is also on the rocks as new parents, so it's kind of like, how do we devote enough time to standing
right
in front of the crib
watching over
night, like a sentry,
right? That's one of the names of the parents.
Sentry. While Carl is in the other room just griping about how he's stuck in middle management, but who the hell cares? We're new parents,
right?
So it's like it's a game in soft skills, but also watching the head position of the baby, the breathing cycles. You can upgrade to heart monitors and a whole bunch of stuff. Like, these are like the first parents who are like freaking out over it.
Yeah.
Overwatching. They're overwatching. They're watching more than necessary.
Yes. They truly are.
I thought I didn't have anything to add to this conversation.
They need to chill.
Turns out that I do.
They need to chill.
So you started playing Overwatch, Jim.
Yes, I did.
How was it?
It was great.
Is your baby still alive?
Great. Yeah, well, I mean, once you lose, you can just start a new game.
Oh, sorry. Boy or girl?
I go random.
Okay. So your first playthrough was boy or girl?
It was... I don't like to decide its gender. It doesn't matter.
You're not deciding. I'm just asking, what was it born as? That child can go on to decide their gender as anything that it wants.
It was a girl. She was beautiful.
Okay. Biologic girl, we'll say. Bio girl. Right?
Bio girl. That's another one of the characters.
Bio girl.
Yeah.
Yes. Tell me more about Bio girl.
So Bio girl, her special ability is that she can read the baby's vitals without having to purchase like all the equipment that you mentioned.
Yeah. Now, is that a superpower, or she's just been in the game long enough where she can look at that baby and be like, that baby's all right?
Yeah.
So she's just kind of mellowed out.
Yeah.
Okay. Is she a...
She's a good like first time player character to choose.
Oh, so you can choose her like as your class,
right? Yeah.
So that's more like easy mode of the game as you're
playing.
The
way the game works, right? You start, you say, hey, I want to play this game. Then you go to a character selection screen, right? And they list all the characters. So Bio Girl is there, Sentry is there.
Grandma.
Grandma
You can play
is
as
there.
the grandma raising the child?
You can play as the grandma, which means there is a character named Bastard.
Yes.
Who
That's the hardest mode to play as,
Yeah.
I think.
yeah, who,
Because he doesn't even know. He had no parenting role model growing up. He's a bastard.
right.
So, or she. We can go Game of Thrones because bastard in Game of Thrones is gender neutral.
Right.
So this human grew up a bastard, and here they are, a parent themselves. Do they have a spouse?
Yes.
If you choose the bastard class? Or are they single parent bastard?
No, so they're a parent that has a spouse, but the spouse. Okay, secret.
Yeah.
The spouse
Is a mouse?
is not the parent.
Okay.
So it's another. So like so the child, he's the bastard parent of the bastard child.
Right.
I don't really like this conversation anymore.
It's hard playing as bastard.
It is,
And you haven't played, and I don't think you played.
that's
through
why
as
this game is
bastard.
rated M for mature.
Yes. Because parenting is not something you
Because
should get into
it's not for
until
kids.
you're ready for it.
Yeah.
Until you're mature.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
it's
that's what
tough to watch over these kids.
That's what game ratings are about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you joke, but that's not untrue.
That's mostly it. So are you still playing through as Biogirl, or was that like a quick? 'cause
No.
that seems like a pretty
It's like
quick playthrough.
Like, yeah, I mean, all the playthroughs are not like you. It's not a long game. Like, it's a game that you play over and over again. So like a
Okay.
playthrough only takes like a half hour
Oh, nice.
tops.
Parenting flies by.
Yeah.
Kids grow up so fast.
Yeah.
So is it like, okay, half hour? Is this like this game is a snapshot of one night in the life of an Overwatch.
One night in parenting and the world's your oyster.
I think chess is just grateful for any sort of shout out that it can get at this point.
One Night in Bangkok is the greatest song ever written.
It's a great song. The musical is interesting. The musical Chess, for new listeners, is about
It's about chess.
about a world chess tournament in the midst of, I think it's Cold
Yes.
War? Yeah, Cold War. And the songs are gorgeous, but the play as a whole, yeah, I think they did I think they recently rewrote the book.
Maybe, I don't know.
Book, for any non-theater listeners, means the script of a musical. Yeah, I think there's still, chess is like, to me, like the little engine that could, because like people keep trying to improve on it and make it better and make it work.
One night in Bangkok
There it
and
is.
the world's your oyster.
So getting back to Overwatch, this is one night in the life of an Overwatching parent. Your biologically born daughter is who you're currently watching over.
Yes.
What's her name?
Vanessa.
Okay.
You don't get to name them. They just like randomly generate a name.
Unless you like buy those crazy like paywalls and then like you pay $50.
Yeah, it is a free to play game.
Free to play.
So like if you like pay to play, then you can like
Name
change
your
the baby.
child.
You can like name your child, and then that
Yeah.
like increases your bond with them.
Aw.
So like you can pay if you like pay a lot of money, like then you're good because like that then you can just hire somebody else to watch the baby.
A pure replica of life.
Yes.
If you have all this money,
It's very true to life.
you can pay a NPC? Did I get the term right?
Yeah.
You can pay a non-player. What does that
NPC does
translate
stand
to?
for non-player character.
That just sounds like it's wrong. Non-player character sounds like a definition that you sort of make up when you're trying to think of the actual definition.
I mean, it makes a little bit. It makes sense in like RPGs, especially
role-playing
like,
games.
Yeah,
I'm trying to include everyone who are
Yeah,
not gaming
in-
nerds on this conversation.
in role-playing games because you have the player character, or like if it's a tabletop, if you're playing like Dungeons and Dragons or something like that, you have your player characters, and they are called the PCs, and then
Got it.
the person running the
NPCs.
game plays all the other non-player characters.
Great. All right, so now that we've illustrated that,
Tangent City today, baby.
well, no, I don't want to alienate folks who are not savvy to these gaming terms.
Gamers only.
Well, but I'm not really a gamer,
True gamers. True. Well, then you can leave too.
and I'll take all my mics with me. And then what podcast will you be making, Jim?
I'll be making my own podcast here, just shouting,
Yep.
and someone will hear it.
Yeah, your mom will hear it.
Yeah.
Hi, Jim's mom.
Hi. Hi, Mom.
Was there
Yes.
more you wanted to talk about with Overwatch?
No. Hey guys, it's me, Jim. I lied. The actual game Overwatch is really good, and it's really fun, and there's a lot of like weird characters and I love them a lot. Okay, that's it. Bye. No, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm editing this episode, so that's getting taken right out. I'm dead ass serious. I'm not letting you discount the bit we just made.
What? Yeah, it's real.
It's real. So
Oh, I have to pick a thing now. This is a podcast. What's it called, you ask?
yes, that was my mental question I was trying to telepathically communicate to you.
Excellent. Great.
Yes.
It's a great question.
Great.
It's a great question.
Please answer it. I'm dying of suspense.
The podcast is called Werewolf.
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 Like werewolf.
Really, I think they're
they're-
wolves. They're wolves.
Okay.
And really, well, okay. Okay. I have a problem with this. Werewolf. I don't know. The only joke I can think of with Werewolf is a joke that's been done by Young Frankenstein.
Okay.
And I thought that it was a great joke, and then I realized that Mel Brooks wrote it. And so, first off, it is a great joke.
Right.
But second off,
By very definition.
yes.
Go ahead.
But second off, I didn't come up with it. For those of you playing at home that have not seen Young Frankenstein, one of the characters starts talking about werewolves, and then Frankenstein, played by Gene Wilder in the film,
R.I.P.
says werewolves, and then Igor's like, "They're wolves! They're castle!"
This is going to be a podcast about Igor then.
Could be a podcast about Igor. Could be a podcast about Mel Brooks. Mel Brooks is a comedian.
Yes.
He's very funny. Mm-hmm. I haven't, unfortunately, not seen all the movies he's made. Because he has made quite a few movies.
Favorite one you've seen?
Might be one of those things where, like, the first one you see, like,
Just is because
is because it's like the first time you're experiencing
like a
that
little
kind of
baby
humor.
duck impressing upon
Yes.
seeing their mother for the first time.
Which was Spaceballs.
Yes. I had a feeling you'd go there.
Yes, which is a very funny movie.
No one has seen it.
it's so
Spaceballs
funny.
is a parody of Star Wars, starring
Yes.
John Candy and not Harrison Ford.
No,
That's what I refer to that actor as,
it's,
not Harrison Ford.
it's the president from Independence Day. Bill Pullman.
And doesn't Harrison Ford play the president in a different?
Harrison Ford plays the president in the movie Air Force One,
So
where
we
he
could
says, "Get off my plane."
yeah. So this dude has played roles as the knockoff Harrison Ford not once but twice.
Well, it's weird because the movie Spaceballs takes the characters of Luke Skywalker and Han Solo
Merges them into one.
and makes them one character named
Lone
Star. What a dumb name.
It's like, yeah, because Luke Sky, Star, Han Solo, Lone Star, yeah.
Oh,
I don't know if
get
that was
it.
intentional.
I don't
but-
know if that. Well, that's like one of the throw off characters in Spaceballs is a character called Pizza the Hut. Mm-hmm. And it took me about probably 4 or 5 watches before I realized that was like a direct Pizza Hut joke.
Oh my god!
I just thought it was a giant pizza monster.
Well, now they have commercials that say "No one out pizzas the Hut."
I mean, yeah, that would have helped me.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying it's come full circle.
Yes,
Maybe they were that slow to realize it as well, and now they're just catching on
maybe
and using it for marketing.
Pizza the Hut.
A lot of Mel Brooks stuff is so smart, but also so tongue in cheek at the same time.
Yes.
Which is what
Oh yes.
I think that's a lot of what I find brilliant about the man.
Yes. Mel Brooks also did a voice in the classic animated film Robots.
Haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it in a long time. I know that Robin Williams also did a voice in it. His head fell off a lot, I believe. And Mel Brooks' character was a giant steel ball that rolled around. But he was like famous. He was like a big wig. And I was like, Mel Brooks, why are you doing a voice in a children's film? That seems off brand for you.
To speak about Mel Brooks and young children, I heard an NPR interview with Max Brooks, Mel Brooks' son, famous for writing the novel World War Z about zombies.
Really?
Yeah, he wrote World War Z.
I did not realize that was a relation.
Mm-hmm. And Mel Brooks, this is, Max talking to, I'm just going to assume it was Terry Gross because I love her. He was talking to probably Terry Gross about how, just about, him being the son of Mel Brooks and all that comes with that. And Mel will visit Max's son. Well, the family, but he really goes over to see his grandson.
Right.
Every single day. And they have this incredibly beautifully close relationship. And he will pitch story ideas to this little boy, and they'll bond over that. And my favorite line is this little kid being like, "Grandpa, what do you think about FDR, a polio play?" And Max Brooks is trying to be like, "No, he wants to do this for school." And Mel Brooks is like, "Polio play, brilliant! No one's ever done it!" And he's like getting up and like making up jokes off the cuff. And it's like, I guess I'm telling this story because I just like that the man is who he is all the time.
Yeah.
And that when you see his work, you're really getting to know his spirit, which I just think is brilliant. That's that.
Blazing Saddles is a good movie, too.
I've seen that one maybe once, but I remember laughing aloud.
It's not a movie that could get made anymore.
No. There's a lot of racial humor involved. I will say that Blazing Saddles, like a light bulb went on when I saw a direct correlation between Blazing Saddles and what became South Park. Like I was watching that movie specifically, struck me very much like what probably inspired a lot of Matt Stone and Trey Parker, creators of South Park. Just connecting dots over here on the Mel Brooks podcast.
Their Wolf,
the Mel Brooks podcast.
Yes.
That's not bad.
No, it's not.
Is there? If there's not a Mel Brooks podcast, someone's going to steal that. There's so much to go on.
I'm surprised Mel Brooks himself doesn't have a podcast.
He's probably...
I mean, someone else would produce it.
Right.
But they would just take a microphone to him.
And just let him
let him go.
We could do that.
Yeah, call him up.
All right. Yeah, everyone's going to wonder, Joe, how do you just have the man's cell phone number? Shh. Secret ways. Secret ways. Got another one here called Veggie Tables.
Go on.
So of course the first thought is Veggie Tales. Still wondering where Larry's hairbrush is. Lost forever. But Veggie Tables.
Okay, hold on. No, it's not.
Did he find it?
Bob gave it to the Peach because he's got hair.
Oh. I never listened past the song to find out what happens.
No, that's the end of the song.
Oh, I only listened to the beginning of the song because it was really catchy.
Yeah, so, okay. So, for those that don't know, there's the song, "Oh, Where's My Hairbrush?" from VeggieTales. Larry gets out of the shower and he says, "Where is my hairbrush?"
This is a cucumber for...
Yes, Larry the cucumber. And then I believe Pa Grape comes in first and he says, "I think I saw a hairbrush back there." And then Larry says, "Back there is my hairbrush." Then Junior Asparagus comes in and he says, "Why do you need a hairbrush? You don't have any hair." No hair? What could this mean? What would become of him? What would become of his hairbrush? Larry cried out, "No hair for my hairbrush." Then Bob the Tomato comes in and he says, "Larry, that old hairbrush of yours, well, you never use it. You don't really need it. So I'm sorry. I didn't know, but I gave it to the Peach because he's got hair."
All right.
Larry was like, "Oh, my poor hairbrush." And then the Peach comes in and he says, "Thanks for the hairbrush." And then the Peach leaves. And then Larry's like, "Oh, I did a good thing." And he says, "Take care of my hairbrush." That is the whole song.
Riveting. But Veggie Tables...
I would like to point out that I quoted what everybody said verbatim, other than Larry.
We're all very impressed, Jim. Well done. But Veggie Tables is a podcast...
Did you know that I have that song in Japanese as well?
I'm sure you do, my friend.
I do.
But we don't have the time.
I can't recite it in Japanese. I don't know.
If you could, I would paste it over that play by play. Just hearing you do that song.
You know what? You can cut it then. Just cut it.
I'm not gonna cut it.
You're gonna cut everything from this episode.
I'm not gonna cut it. You're so proud of it.
You can cut it. It wasn't that riveting, but once you got me going, I had to keep going.
No, it was impressive. You know it verbatim. I'm gonna keep it in.
Larry,
just for you.
that old hairbrush of yours.
Continue. I will cut this. Veggie tables. So you ever try to make a table just purely out of vegetables?
Can't say I have. No.
Well, it makes.
Have you?
I have. It makes me feel really good about the environment that I'm using renewable resources, but it makes my house smell really bad after like a couple weeks.
Yeah. Those veggie tables, they don't stay well.
They don't stay well, and the dog's biting at it, the cat's licking it.
Everybody's nibbling it.
And then I start regretting the fact that I even have pets to begin with because they're just eating my veggie tables. The rabbits from next door just keep like knocking on the door and they're looking in longingly at the
That's impressive.
veggie table. Yeah.
Now let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
How do you construct veggie table?
You use peanut butter is a good adhesive.
Okay.
And
go
then
on.
And then afterwards you like freeze it. So like you'll put a couple carrots together with peanut butter and honey, like a peanut butter honey mixture.
Okay. Yes.
And then you'll freeze that. Take it out in piece by piece, so on and so forth, and you find really strong toothpicks in place of nails, and you just hammer that in with like an old wooden mallet, sort of a thing. Yeah. But I think the best veggie to make a table out of is probably zucchini.
Yeah, I can see that.
There's a lot of material.
You saw off the top and the bottom, and then you've got like a real solid base.
Yeah, and my house usually smells like zucchini anyway because, South Philly culture.
Zucchini.
Yeah, so having zucchini around is helpful. But
now, what do you make the top out of? That's like a good leg. Table leg is zucchini.
Yeah, zucchini is usually the legs. The top is usually made out of tomato.
Okay, do you slice it?
Oh, yeah.
Like tomato slices?
Yeah. It's a level table, Jim.
That's wet.
I go all out.
That's wet.
It is to start. But it's a lot of time spent with dabbing it with napkins.
Do you sun dry this table? Do you sun dry the table?
Yes, this is an outdoor table.
Okay. So it's a nice sun-dried tomato table.
Yes.
Now,
and I think the hardest part is just when you have those late night cravings to just avoid just taking a little nibble out of the table.
See, I don't have that problem because I never have a late night craving for vegetables. I don't have an early morning craving for vegetables. I don't have an afternoon craving for vegetables.
Well, then you would be the perfect candidate to have a veggie table in your house.
Now, you have to remember that a few years ago, the government did rule pizza a vegetable. Could you make a table out of pizza?
I think you could out of Pizza Hut because, as I said, it tastes like cardboard and has all the properties of cardboard. So Pizza Hut pizza would make a very good veggie table, I think.
They're opening a new Pizza Hut.
A new one?
Yeah.
That suggests that they're profitable. People still eat this stuff?
Yeah, I guess
ridiculous. I'm utterly confused.
It's right across the street from another pizza spot. And I'm like, oh, interesting.
Is it called Another Pizza Spot?
That's what it's called.
Do you want to eat Pizza Hut or another pizza spot? I would take Another Pizza Spot.
That's fair.
I would even take its direct competitor, Any Other Pizza Spot, than Pizza Hut.
Nice.
But yeah, Veggie Tables would be a podcast obviously about the construction, preservation. There's conventions, veggie table conventions that I take my veggie tables to.
Do you? Mm-hmm. Do you sell your veggie tables?
On occasion.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Now, do you ever get like commissioned to do one? Like, do you get like asked to do a specific veggie table?
Oh yeah, there's like a bunch of millennial vegans that write to me and I'm up all hours of the night constructing veggie tables.
Wow, yeah. I'm surprised you have time to do this podcast with all the veggie tables you're making.
I've done well for myself, and I'm at the point now where I pick and choose the clients that I make veggie tables for.
Wow.
It's a small list.
Do you outsource any of your vegetable work?
No.
Wow.
It is all done by hand.
All
By
handmade
these two hands.
by your hands.
You also got to remember I can time travel and teleport, so I'm
Do you ever do like a Harry Potter time turner type deal where
A
like there's
time
like
turner
there's several of
vegetable?
you doing the same thing? So like really there's another one of you right now making a veggie table in this exact moment in time.
I won't say no. Wink. I won't say no.
Wow. No wonder you look like 30 years older every time I see you.
Yeah. Well, this is the me that has been up all night. So like the me's that make these veggie tables and from alternate timelines, we cycle through working on our veggie tables and making the podcast with you. So you have been, spoiler alert, this whole time you've been making a podcast with a different me every week.
How does that make you feel?
Me, Joe 32, it makes me feel fine. I haven't done one of these since like I'm the Joe you did the first episode with.
Yeah. I mean that sounds about right considering this is the
35th episode.
Yes. And you are Joe 32.
Yeah,
it's
and
like
I'm back.
it's like almost a full cycle.
Yeah, almost. But I'm really proud of how the show has grown.
Yeah, right? Last time you were
made
here,
a whole lot of progress.
Last time you were here, we sucked.
Yeah.
Now we're at least like mediocre.
Yeah. Progress is progress.
Moving on up. Moving on up.
Now we sing more. We didn't sing on the first episode.
We didn't sing on the first episode.
What a shame.
What a shame.
Should I go back in time and change that? No. No, I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
Not
if you
today.
did, we would never know.
We wouldn't, would we? But ooh, we're nearing the end of time here, Jim, and I have more veggie tables to build.
That's true.
And I'm also going to go back in time and erase you from knowing this conversation, so you don't know about.
Oh man, can't wait to get Men in Blacked.
No, the you that's talking will just cease to exist.
You're gonna murder me?
What? No. No, I'm not going to murder you.
Sounds like you're going to murder me.
It's not murder if you give them a heads up beforehand, right?
No, I hate this.
Tee-hee-hee.
I hate this. Hey, friendos. Hello, friends of the show. Thank you for listening. I love you. Tell a friend if you want.
If you don't want, tell a friend anyway.
Yeah, you should really tell a friend.
Either way.
Thank you. Feel free to interact with us on the social medias.
Mm-hmm.
The Facebook, the Twitter.
The Insta.
The Insta.
Not the Snap.
Not the Snap. We're not on the Snap. I mean, I'm on the Snap, but you can't find me. I'm hidden. I'm incognito. The show's not on the Snap. There's no show Snap.
And iTunes reviews. Important.
Oh, yeah. Give us those iTunes reviews. Give us those 5 stars.
I know you were thinking, how many stars should I give them? The answer is 5.
The answer is 5. Any less, and we can't share them evenly.
That's right.
We both need exactly 2.5 stars.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you don't give us 5, then we're just out of luck.
Tell all the moms out there, we're real big with the mom crowd.
If you ever want to play Overwatch with me, hit me up.
His handle is #1dad, spelled with instead of D's, it's 5s. I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
But
you have to. There are like numbers. There are like numbers that come at the end of it too. So they can't actually
help
me.
Jim in his quest to
on the BattleNet
watch his small child.
Yes, I could really use some help. I'm very sleep deprived.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Parenting's hard. Bye, Mom.
Goodbye. Mwah.
I don't need your mile-long bridge. Williamsburg is too expensive. Fuck the A-train. Am I insane? No, I'm just never going back. Unless you force me to smoke crack or do a little